How's my hair?
Wow, so, let me have a look. Beautiful. You got like a natural wave.
I've got a weave. It's beautiful. You know what? I went to have a look at the mirror, and then I was looking in the mirror, and I saw right in the corner of the mirror it said, "Please like and subscribe." Right up here, it's a little sticker.
Just next to your Just for Men bottle.
Yeah, exactly, Just for Men. Actually, I comb my grey in now because I think it looks good. It makes me look like Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four. Anyway, like and subscribe because we know 60% of you that are watching these videos are not subscribed, and please subscribe because we'll get to 1 million this year.
Have you got stretchy arms and stretchy legs?
I've got stretchy.
That's what I thought.
Really stretchy.
Okay, right. Now, when I first saw this guitar, and this was announced not long ago, a few weeks ago, if you're a Gibson dealer, a few days ago, if you're a member of the public, I just thought, wow, where are Gibson going with this? But on doing a bit of research of course,
is important, kids.
Yes, apparently this guitar first came out from Gibson in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Called the Victory MVX, I think.
Over my head.
Definitely Gibson back in the 80s trying to perhaps shed that reputation of being a bit of an old man's guitar, you know, but I mean...
Still is though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's that? No, I know it's not.
Definitely back then I think it probably was. Now it's just a cool guitar, whatever age you are.
Yeah, it is. It's cool guitar.
So what were they going for here? I mean, you've got the sort of headstock that might be a little bit more at home on a Kramer or something like that.
Yeah, with the yeah.
Although you could argue it's just as at home on like an Explorer. You've got this double cut slab body with a contour around the edge, which is...
Is it almost like offset? Hey, here's a question: do you think that like Kramer or they got their idea for their headstocks like Jackson from the old Explorers maybe?
Almost certainly. It's got almost like a early PRS-y kind of vibe to it, hasn't it? I mean, obviously PRS is more symmetrical than this, but
and it's got the calves and it's got the calves around. If you're looking for love in mysterious places, it's got that like SG calf.
Yeah.
And it's got these sort of inlays here calves that I've never seen on this Les Paul before or a Gibson before. Super simple construction.
Yeah, I mean, I really like it. I
like it too. It fits well with the
MVX. I think you could either get it as MVX was like a 3 pickup guitar. Middle pickup looked like a single coil, but actually it was a stacked humbucker in the middle. And then I think there was an MV2, which was just 2 humbuckers. But now I first started in Andertons right at the end of the 80s, and I never remember seeing one of these. So my gut feeling is it's one of those attempts by brands like Fender and Gibson to do something very different to what they do. Then it's normally a total disaster. Nobody's interested.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stay in the catalogue very long. But I feel now, thanks to you guys, we're a much more open-minded kind of guitar public now.
In every way, not just guitars.
Exactly.
Everything is
and we embrace new and different things.
Yeah.
And we should. So look, Cesar, the CEO of Gibson, has brought back the Victory, which we're very happy that he did. And we're going to demonstrate them to you today.
He's doing a great job.
2 types of, or 2 variants of the model. One with a solid mahogany body and a satin finish, and the other with a flame top and a nitro gloss finish. Ooh.
I can smell the nitro in the house. Yeah.
Still want that as my signature aftershave.
You just need to rub a nitro guitar on you every morning before you leave the house. That's what I say.
I'd be dead of cancer in weeks, I suspect, if we did that to me.
Well, they do say that on the box, though. No.
Right, shall we hear some tones? There's some quite interesting pushy-pulley stuff going on, so let's have a listen.
It's what does it feel like? It feels like a thin neck. What's the neck here on this? Because
let me see, because I don't even know what the scale length or anything is.
It's a 25.5-inch scale length.
Is it?
Yeah. And it's got 80s buckers in it, 80s power buckers or something it was called.
That sounds like a band.
It
80s
sounds like a
tribute humbuckers.
Yeah, sorry, it had 80s in it, right?
And it's a compound fretboard, compound radius fretboard.
Right, so it's modern.
It's modern.
Why is there not, riddle me this, Batman, or Diddler, the Riddler. Why is there not I would see Floyd like a Floyd Rose on here?
Or you probably have to put a Kahler, because I don't even know that the body's necessarily thick enough.
Oh, it's not thick enough, is it? No.
But maybe, yeah, Kahler,
cool,
something like that. Yeah, you're right, 25.5-inch scale length, ebony fingerboard.
Yeah, ebony mahogany body, neck.
24 frets, because of course you need those extra 2. I think it's pretty cool, right? Let's just hear it.
Let's hear a G chord on the neck pickup, no splitty, because you got pull and split, we'll get to that in a minute. 3-way selector, super authentic. powerful, straight into the amp. Fat and juicy, unlike the video we did earlier where we thought everything was a bit shrill, right?
Absolutely.
Weird. Middle position. '80s chords. Powerful middle position. That's good. I would probably raise that up a little bit or put the other...
Is that your deputy in the same position that we always use it in?
Wow. Nothing has changed. Same kind of body. I think maybe either this needs to come down a bit or that pickup. I think the volume difference from that. It slightly needs a little bit racing on setting up on this, but that's just
that's an interesting
taste.
So what Pete's talking about here, and this is the stuff if you've got a guitar yourself you can do. It's super simple. Yeah, obviously the closer the pickup is to the string, the more output you get. It does change the tone slightly. You can't get too close because then the magnets in the pickup start to stop the strings from vibrating. But I would agree. I mean, this one has a more conventional, the bridge pickup is nearer than the neck one.
Yeah, I would take the neck down slightly on this one. And it's not, we're not talking much, we're talking the same length of my It's like a couple of millimeters, that's all it is. See what I mean? And it sounds great, man.
Super fat.
Super fat.
The video Pete's talking about with the guitar sounding shrill is, and I assume this is out now, it may not be, but we did a Fender Ultra 1 versus Ultra 2 Strat and Telly comparison, and it was Ultra 1 seemed to sound a bit shrill, but just really interesting. Haven't changed the settings on the amp at all.
No pedals,
no pedals. Go and have a quick jump between the two videos because it's such a massive difference between a sort of a bright single coil versus these humbuckers.
Anyway, let's get to the splitting. So you got master splits the pickups, and the tone selects the outer or the inner coils, right? When you're in the middle position, right?
No, when you're in any position. So
in a one-night stand.
So volume control out, we go from humbuckers to single coils. But obviously, and we'll have to work out which way round it is. Then this one decides: are you listening to the black coils or are you listening to the white coils on here? So in the neck position, when you're split, you can choose: am I listening to this coil or this coil? And then here, am I listening to these coils or these coils? And then here.
Well, should we do that then?
I think we should.
So here's the clean. I'm not a fan.
Really?
This takes too much sound out of it, Lee. It just... It doesn't sound bad when I get used to it a little bit. Sorry, I'm not trying to... This
is just a general observation on where you're not a big fan of coil splits.
Yeah, but it's not that. I'd rather have another guitar with coil. That's an excuse to buy another guitar, isn't it?
I want to hear what that back thing does and see if it's audible as to which. So ideally, because the white pickup is nearer the middle of the strings, the white pickup on the neck setting at least should sound slightly bassier than the black.
But you're saying even if I'm in neck position here and I go, so this is not split, pull that and it changes the coil.
Yeah.
That sounds fatter to me. Yeah. So almost like when I'm pulling it out, I would think it's the white one. Let's do middle position. I'll take that off. Middle position. Split. It's a reassuring clunk. It sounds like a Land Rover Defender when you put it into four-wheel drive and low drive mode. Like that. so much power in these pickups. Bridge. I love that sound. That sounds great, man.
Is that no overdrive pedal again?
Split it. Push it. Bob it. Twist it. See,
I didn't mind the split on the neck pickup. The bridge one again goes too shrill.
If you pull it, it's too shrill. Listen. Let's put some gain on. I mean, that sounds great. It's just raw. It's just a raw guitar.
I just see this. I think what you need, Pete, here is really long back-combed hair, like a white shirt with a big upturned collar but unbuttoned down to here, maybe like a long
little bit of thin on the
suit,
top.
maybe, and a rack full of ADA preamps and Teleflex stuff, and and cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots.
Yeah. Every time.
And really, really high. It's just cut up here. Like,
really? You're going for your sort of your little Daisy Dukes?
Yeah, Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots and long hair. Where it's like really thin on the top.
A little bit thin.
Yeah.
That was more 90s. 80s it was a thicker mane.
All right,
90s it went thin.
Long jacket.
Long jacket. 100%.
Like leather riding jacket.
100%.
3 kilograms of.
Yeah, it's in each
minimum.
pocket. Yeah,
minimum.
That's 90s. Oh, it's 80s too, and to 2000s.
I like it.
I like it.
It does bizarrely, even though it predates the PRS mirror or the style. I think it's the mirror, isn't it?
Yeah.
I sort of because the
got a little bit of
mirror
that
is the
shape
one
on
I
it.
sort of am more familiar with. It almost reminds me more of that. But then you can see how this sort of intertwined. Everyone's copying everybody over the years, aren't they?
It's that slightly metallic. It's got a slightly metallic flake in it or something. I can't tell. Is it just?
Let's put the 3 colours. These are all stains. There's a black stain, a gold stain,
And a thing.
Damn it.
Right, I'm just looking here. You've got a dark green satin, which is this one. So it's not black. This is the dark green. Then you got a gold mist satin stain, and then you got a dark walnut stain, and a stain, and then a what other stain?
Mustang.
A Mustang.
Obviously,
right.
there's
So,
no
of course,
Mustang.
There's no Mustang.
So that's the cheaper of the
Danish.
2 models.
Yeah.
Finish, absolutely.
It's about 1,700 quid. Links below.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Nice case with them both as well.
Wallop. I like it.
Okay, let's look at this one. So construction-wise, we've got the maple top here. Pete and I love to bang on about how much that should make a difference. I'm playing through a different amp, and I'm a different guitar player as well.
I'll have a little, because we were in the beginning there. I was just doing this to the guitar. This is the same as you got, but that's iguana burst. I mean, you say, I can hear the difference. I can hear that it's not as bright, and the only thing, these are out of the box, so the only thing could be the lacquer. No?
No, I agree.
No?
I mean, people will argue they'll just argue, won't they? That's what the internet is
I don't
made
argue
for,
about
but
anything.
Different strings. I mean, obviously it's the same strings. We've literally just taken these out of the box, but who knows whether one set is slightly newer than the other. But anyway, look, okay, so here is mine plugged into a guitar amplifier. It's so loud. It's so loud. I must admit, loud in a good way though.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite as good as a pushed tube amplifier.
There's not.
Split. Michael Jackson would never have been able to review this kind of guitar because he says there's no difference between black or white, you see, but I'm definitely hearing it. Come on, we can use that, can't we? Right, middle. Yeah, I'm with Pete. Well, slightly with Pete. I don't like the sound of this one split, but I like the sound of this one split.
Yeah,
I like them all when they're just in their full fat mode. A little bit of distortion from a Dane with the gain back down a little bit because it's so powerful.
It's fat, man.
It is fat, and then the tumness over the top. Delay, because we're in the 80s now. That's a good sound. I mean, you know, the look of the guitar is inevitably subjective, isn't it? But I think tonally we all need to agree that is a great sounding guitar. There we are, nice and lightweight, a little bit more money, it's about $2,100 if you want to go for the maple top and the lacquered finish. Do you want to just play us out a little bit with that one, Mr. Pete?
I think we'll just do a loop.
Do the loop?
And, yeah,
same loop, different loop?
Different loop.
Different loop.
Slightly brighter, I'd say, but that it's just, you know, what would you say out there? Oh, I can't hear the difference. Wood doesn't make a difference. I like the sound it sounds.
Yeah, me too.
I like the way it sounds, man.
Me
it's
too.
Great. Absolutely. And on that note,
see you in another video.
Let's all
soon.
fly. See you later. I can't say that.